You're listening to the ESO Network, your station for all things geek.
Hello, and welcome to episode 90 of the Soul Forge podcast.
Welcome to the Soul Forge, a place of silent mystery, quiet contemplation, and outright mayhem. Join your host, Shawn Vanderloo, as he guides you through the adventures of living. Together, we'll talk about life and love, sex and dating, joy and heartache, memories and loss, and so much more. Don't worry, it's not nearly as pretentious as it sounds. Get ready for life, the universe, and everything on the Soul Forge.
Hey gang, it's Shawn right back at you with another exciting episode of Soul Forge. Hope you're having a great week and hope other things are going well for you. Got a special guest this week. She came up all the way from down south. Haven't seen her in about 10 years. It's Stephanie from the topic of episode 31.
Yes.
How the hell are you, Steph?
I am doing very well. Thank you, Shawn.
You are most welcome. I like your professional radio voice. That's not bad.
Thank you. I've been working on it.
You have. Actually, earlier today, to get a little bit behind the scenes of the Soul Forge and life in general up here in Timmins, you came up, as we're recording this, it's Saturday, February 23rd?
Yes.
Yes, today's the 23rd. You came up yesterday, here for a little bit of a visit.
Good time. Not a long time.
True enough.
Yes.
Very spontaneous, out of the blue visit. We went over to Josh's house today, my co-host on Rusted Robot podcast, yes. And you were a guest on the Rusted Robot episode 235.
Yes, I was.
Yes, so this comes out in a few days, actually this coming Thursday, so Rusted Robot will already been out by that point. And how did you feel that you did as your first time being guest host on a podcast?
I really rather enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. And I could see how I could create a lot of content because as soon as I forget that the microphone is there, I just keep going on and on and on.
Well, you've always been a performer of sorts.
You know, I think you're right. Yes, I do wear a lot of masks.
Because you and I met in January of 1996, I believe. Is that correct?
Uh-huh.
And
yes, indeed.
Yeah, so 23 years we've known each other now.
Oh, wow.
That's more than half our lives.
Yes.
How does that make you feel? Old?
Old.
Right.
Very old.
Yes. But
much older than you.
Yes, by 8 months.
8 months.
Yes, yep. Yeah, so much older than me. Holy crap, you're already 43. Jeez. I'm still in the middle of 42. Life, yeah. The universe, and everything. I'm still waiting for the knowledge of the universe to be downloaded into my brain. How did it work out for you? Pretty good?
Do you know what? No.
Oh.
Because if 42 is the answer to everything, and everything would be downloaded at 42.
Yeah.
And that basically means, since I'm a January baby, 2018 would be the answer to everything.
Yeah.
It mostly just confused me more.
Oh, no.
So if that is the answer, I am so sorry.
Brace for impact.
Brace for impact, and just turn around, expose your ass, because it's coming for you.
Okay.
Just get ready.
Great. I'm looking forward to it.
Sorry.
That's okay. So this here episode is the first in several of the Stephanie cycle, as I call it. We're going to record a bunch of episodes. We're going to start drinking soon. And so some of these episodes will be quite amusing, I'm sure.
Yes.
Deep and philosophical.
At times.
They're not all going to come out in a row, back to back to back. I'm going to save them, maybe do one Stephanie episode every 3 or 4 or 5.
Keep everyone hanging on.
Keep everyone hanging on.
And then the word will spread.
Yes.
People will be like, oh my God, did you hear that one with Stephanie, the guest host? It was amazing. Just tune in. They're going to do another one, but you have to keep tuning in because he doesn't know when.
It's like a hook.
Yes.
To keep them guessing and waiting and coming back for more.
I knew I was destined for something grand.
You are destined for greatness.
Yes.
You can hang on the coattails of the Soul Forge.
Or it can just follow me into stardom.
One way or the other. It's all good, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what is our topic this week?
This week, our topic is Shawn is the best guy I know.
What?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, tell me more, because I like to hear about myself and how good I am. But you actually mentioned that in a conversation that you had earlier today.
Yes. It was, I did post that when I took a picture. I wanted to share a picture about how how deep the snow was, I guess. And he's 6 feet, so I wanted to show how, like, anyway, the way he posed, and I took the picture, it just, looking at that face, reminded me in a really weird, organic kind of way that I just really, really love this guy. And I'm very happy to be here. And I'm still not used to the fact that the microphone is in front of me, so I feel very, very formal right now. But you literally are the best guy I know. No, sorry, that would be my stepson, is the best man I know, of course.
Of course.
But Shawn is right there. Oh, and also my dad. My dad is right up there with the best man I know. But definitely Shawn.
I'm somewhere in that list somewhere.
I think I have to. I think those are just givens. So you take the givens away because they're just always going to be there.
Yes.
Shawn is the best. Yes.
Carry the one.
Yes. Because Socrates or Jesus, they also are up there, but they're not alive.
And you never met them.
That's true. I don't actually know them.
At least not in this corporeal form.
That's very true. As far as I know, I do not actually know them.
So, okay. I don't know how we can make a whole episode of how great I am, but listeners have now listened to more than 80-some episodes of me and guests, and they know my life pretty intimately, especially if they've listened right from the beginning. They've traveled with me as I've discussed my ups and downs, as things have happened in real time, such as when I got my divorce, and these kind of things. So now, from your perspective, we met in 1996, and we were friends off and on over the years. Lost touch because we didn't have cell phones and Facebook wasn't a thing.
Yes. Yeah, that actually is the reason. Probably why a lot of people have lost touch previous to this generation.
I think so.
Because there was no way to constantly keep in touch.
And different cities that we lived in didn't necessarily...
Yeah.
We didn't run into each other, so... So here we are. I saw you for 10 minutes about a month ago. Was it a month ago, roughly?
Roughly 3 to 4 weeks ago.
Yes.
Because it was after my birthday.
It was, let me think. It was, we went down, the Klingon group and I went down to Toronto for the 30th anniversary Klingon Assault Group Feast, which was January 26th.
So it was about a week after my birthday.
It was the 27th.
Okay.
That we were coming back.
Well, that was the 27th because that's when I had my dinner. And I was just about to go to my dinner.
That's right. And,
Yes.
and we were traveling back up from Toronto, and I texted you and said, "Hey, you know what? I'm passing your town. Where are you? Let's meet up for a few minutes."
So cold outside.
It was freezing, and we had maybe 7 or 8 minutes before you had to go. And by the time we found you, and it was freezing.
Yeah.
And we gave each other a hug and talked for 5 minutes.
And then you gave me a beer, and then we parted ways.
Yep. And didn't think we'd see each other for a while. It had been since 2008 since we'd seen each other last.
Yeah. And it was snowy then.
Yeah.
Although I think it was March for some reason. I'm thinking it was March.
If it was March, then it was 2009.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't remember. It must
have been 2009, actually, because 2008, I wasn't with Terry at the time. I was living with Terry when we did hook up because she came up with me.
Yes,
so
yes, she did. Okay.
Maybe take out her name?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
So
no one will know. No one will know. She won't listen.
She won't listen to this podcast.
Right.
And even if she does, that was 10 years ago. Doesn't matter? No.
No. Okay.
That's right. But anyway, you came up 10 years ago. And before that, it had probably been 8 years since we had seen each other.
Yep. Yeah, it would have been because, 2002? 1, 2?
Because we were living with each other just during my phase of teacher's college and after. And that was 2001.
Was that 2001?
Yeah, and I moved in with Frank in September of 2001.
Right.
Yeah.
Moved in with Frank the cat?
No.
You did name him Frank, though. Wasn't the cat named Frank?
What cat?
The big orange, fluffy, red, orange cat.
Did I have a big fluffy orange cat?
Yes, he was mine, and then he went with you. And his name was Frank, too.
I don't remember this cat.
I do.
Okay.
I often think about that cat.
Oh.
That's when you lived downtown in that awesome building, which is now a computer store.
Yes, it was a great building. It should have been condemned.
I believe it.
It had purple walls.
It was awesome.
And the stairs were rickety.
It was great.
It was the corner of Algonquin and maybe Front Street?
Front/Jane.
Okay.
Yeah, it changed in the middle there.
Yeah, North Bay. Loved North Bay.
God damn it.
Why I ever left, I don't know.
I can probably give you one or two. I don't know. Because you did come to Timmins. And I would say it was marginally better than Timmins.
North Bay is way better than Timmins.
Sadly, I believe you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Still wouldn't live there, though.
So anyway, the last time we lived together was 2001.
Yeah.
And...
Oh, the irony!
Oh, yeah. Correct. Okay, so we might as well just get into it then. You're just cracking up here.
Everything is freaking connected!
It's all connected. And you know what else is connected?
These signs of the freaking universe. Okay.
You know what else is connected?
What's that?
All the podcasts here on the ESO network. So now would be a great time to play a promo for another podcast before we get into other stuff.
Welcome to the Monster Sci-Fi Show podcast. I am your host, the Monster.
We are Venom.
I got my own parasite.
Parasite?
Sorry, Venom. I meant symbiote.
That's better. What do you do for fun around here?
I want to do a podcast with you.
What the hell is a podcast anyway?
Well, it's a weekly show where I talk about the latest news in sci-fi, movies, and TV.
You're such a nerd. Now I'm a loser on 2 planets.
The Monster Sci-Fi Show podcast is part of the ESO network. It's sci-fi from a certain point of view.
And how was that promo?
That was excellent. I might give it a check.
You should totally check out that podcast.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So we were talking about the last time we lived together was 2001. Listeners may know you as a person of interest to my past from episode 31. You were the girl I lost my virginity to. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I guess.
My pleasure?
Or mine. One or the other. I don't know. And the fact is, we listened to Melissa Etheridge's 2001.
Yes.
On repeat.
Oh, God, it was just called 2001?
I don't know.
But it was from the yes. Did you? I can't remember.
I think I played a snippet of the song in the episode.
Oh, yes. God,
but I had to text you to ask you what the song was.
Yes.
Because it's burned into your memory.
It is burned into my memory.
Because I didn't even hear the song during that interlude. But
I think it played... No, I won't go into that. I don't know.
Let's not speculate how long that song went on for on repeat. I meant to hit shuffle, but I hit repeat.
I know. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. Anyways, tell me again about how good I am.
How good...
And why you think this.
Well, how many times did we listen to that song?
Let's say 30 or 40.
Yes,
that's
how good it was. Anyway, that's back then. How else? Because, listen, here. I can be a selfish, emotional wreck. And you, Shawn, how many times have you picked up the phone in the last, I would say maybe 3 weeks? Maybe since since the beginning of January of this year. How many times have you picked up knowing full well, because I had just texted, I think I might be losing my mind, I can't stop crying, can I call? You've said, okay, and then answered.
Every time.
Yes, there hasn't been a single time that you've even, so busy. Nope. I think I interrupted an evening that you were having.
You may have.
Yes. Oh, no, it was coffee hour.
Oh, yes,
Coffee
it
time.
was Sunday morning coffee club.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes, Stephanie, I have a house full of guests. I will take your call. Calm down. It will all be okay. And that is yet another reason why you are the best guy that I know. No. I want to say how many guys would actually do that, and there's probably like 1,000 of you guys out there, surely I'm not exaggerating, that would say, I would do that for the woman that I loved, or the woman that I wanted to sleep with. Neither of these things is happening. Well, there's probably some deep love there between human beings, but I don't think that you are obsessed like you were. I hope not. I trust you when you say.
I am not obsessed like I was in the late 90s, where all I did was write sad, bad poetry about you and my longing for who you were as an individual.
Well, who you thought I was. Who
yes.
you built me up to be.
The pedestal I had put you on.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think
very comfortable, though.
Episode 31.
31, yeah.
I read a lot of that poetry on there.
Oh, yes, I remember. Yeah. Should we have recorded this on March 4th?
No, but this is coming out on February 27th. It's the week before March 4th. So it's perfect timing that you're here.
Perfect timing.
It's the 23rd anniversary of March 4th, the day I realized I was in love with you. I was laying in my bed, just thinking about the day's events. And all of a sudden I realized this feeling. I'm feeling feelings and I don't know what... I'm friggin' in love with Steph. Like, holy shit, what's going on here? Yeah. Yep. And so I wrote a poem about it months later, but it wasn't a very good poem.
It was an odd poem.
Yeah.
I think he tried way too hard to disguise what you were trying to portray.
Yes.
And so it almost came out as a jumbled...
Clunky mess.
But that made me want to ask, should we forget about this friendship? Is this a little bit much for you? And then when I knew for sure was when you made me read S.
Yeah.
And then I thought, aw, damn it, my name starts with S.
Well, yeah, because all that summer, between first and second year university, we wrote letters back and forth to each other incessantly. Back when people wrote letters.
Back when people wrote letters. This was not that long ago, folks, that we didn't just text and email. It was actual letters. I wish I saved any of them.
And we had to wait for Tuesday to call each other because long distance was cheaper that day.
It's cheaper on Tuesdays, yep.
Yeah. So I probably read this on episode 31, but I'll read it again because I have my book here. March 4th, 96 years, I called it.
Yes, I thought when I read that, I was thinking some kind of soldier poem?
Yeah, kind of. I was trying to disguise it.
Yeah.
Because I'm an idiot sometimes. Today is the day for love. The search is on for the splendor of human existence. Left, 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 right, left. Feel the suspense. Whether you go around a corner or search for 96 years, love is waiting. Left, 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 right, left. March 4th! March 4th, go into the world and discover what so many others have. Just when you feel you can't go on, out of the blue, love shall find you. March 4th, it's only a matter of time. It may take 96 years or a day. March 4th, persevere. Love is your reward.
Wonderful.
Isn't
reflecting and knowing where that was coming from, when it's just kind of, here's this random poem. How do you like it, Stephanie? Oh, okay. And then, but knowing the background to that, I have to say, well, it's actually kind of sweet.
Yeah.
But at 20 years old, and we'd been sharing all this stuff that was so unlike every other thing that you had ever shared with me. There was no humor. Where's the funny? Sean's always funny. What's going on here? This is weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was different. Yeah. And then the S poem that you mentioned. What I would not do to have you, to hold you. I would climb the highest ocean, swim the deepest mountain, anything to feel you, anything to touch you. You are everything. All that I do not possess, and all that I wish for. I don't need diamonds or the stars in the sky. You are my need. What I wouldn't do to feel you next to me. Right? Doesn't that make you want to be sick?
Well, at the time, I remember that it made my ears burn, and it kind of did make me feel like being sick, but only because I thought you were the best person in the world, one of my closest friends, and I had not picked up in any way that you felt that way about me. And so the thought of losing my best friend, because obviously we couldn't be friends, because everyone knows that men can't keep it in their pants, and then you would have all that pressure to change the dike and all that kind of stuff, plug the dike even.
Right, as your mom so eloquently put it when she was joking.
About being Dutch, of all things.
Yes.
That's what was...
Not knowing that we had had relations.
Not knowing that we had relations, which is... oh, goodness.
Good times.
good
yeah.
times.
Yeah.
So, But reading that, and it suddenly dawning on me that I was going to lose, it was inevitable that I was going to lose my closest confidant.
Because we got really, really close.
Super close.
From January to April of
Yeah.
first year university.
And it was from the moment that I said, I thought that you had a crush on me, and then I told you, you know that I'm a lesbian, right? Yeah, of course.
I played it off like it meant nothing.
Yeah, you did it really well. And then, yeah, of course. So you know nothing's going to happen. Oh, no, and I wouldn't want it to. Okay, Shawn, because I really value our friendship. I seriously do. And you made me believe so deeply that you could deal with it and everything would be fine. And then I thought, okay, good, because here is this wonderful, amazing guy that makes me laugh, that seems to get me, and that isn't going to ruin it by trying to get into my pants, and or getting weird. And what do they call them now? The guys that then end up killing people because they're too nice to get girlfriends.
Oh,
incels.
I think that's what they were saying. Yeah.
So I was terribly afraid that sort of thing would happen, that you would become some sort of sappy weirdo.
No.
And you did not become some sort of sappy weirdo.
I just silently pined away for you in my poetry. That's all.
And so, yeah, when I finally read that and realized, oh, crap, I'm breaking this man's heart, it kind of, so yes, it did kind of make me want to get sick, but not because it was badly written or anything, but I could totally feel the emotions behind that, which also leads right back into you are the best guy that I know. Is that what it? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's what you wanted
Absolutely.
to call this episode.
Yep.
So,
because you certainly are.
well, I appreciate that. It means a lot.
Good. I'm glad.
And we've had so many deep conversations back in the day and recently. And
Yes.
if only we had podcast recording equipment back then and recorded some of that stuff.
Oh,
boy.
my goodness. I'm so glad there was no social media.
Me too, because the things we shared with each other that we had never shared with anybody else,
Yeah.
intense.
You were almost like what I would imagine. I never had like best friend girlfriends. I remember when two distinct things. When Britney Spears had her very first hit.
Baby One More Time?
Yes, Baby One More Time. It's like, oh my God, Stephanie, where are you? Well, obviously I was in my room because phones were only in one place in it.
Yes.
So, what are you doing right now? Turn on the TV. Or did I have to go to your place? Come over right this second because there's a video. Because I didn't have the cable. So I couldn't watch videos.
Because we lived on residence.
Yes, we lived on residence, and you had cable in your room?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you
Yes,
must have,
I
because we
did.
did not have computers.
No.
I did not walk into a set-up laptop.
Nope.
No. It's like, okay, I paused it for you. No, it's like, come over right now, because in 4 minutes, it's going to be over. But yes, Britney Spears. God, she wasn't that much younger than us. But we were so concerned, because you're like, look at this video. Oh my God, she's so hot. And it's like,
She's 5 years younger than us.
I know.
But it made me feel old and dirty and perverted because
Well, she would have been 15.
And we were 20.
Yes.
Or 19 and whatever it was.
Yeah. Still.
You know what? That timeline doesn't seem right.
It doesn't.
Because didn't she come out in 1999 after university was over? I think we're thinking Spice Girls. Or Gwen Stefani from Don't Speak video.
It was definitely the Spice Girls. I do remember that one. I thought it was Baby One More Time, too. With the schoolgirl uniform.
Yeah.
Or maybe we just were... No, I'm going to have to look that up now.
Baby One More Time is the debut single by American singer Britney Spears from her debut studio album of 1999. The song Baby One More Time was released on October 23rd, 1998.
But anyway.
I do remember Spice Girls. Oh my God, did you see that one? You know at the bottom of the stairs when they're jumping up and down, have you ever noticed the Scary Spice's nipples just pop right out?
In the Wannabe video. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. For listeners who may not have seen that.
Oh, which then reminds me of, remember when we went to see Amanda Marshall?
Yes.
At the Capitol Center. And that poor guy, was he in front of us or behind us?
I don't remember.
When I leaned over and whispered, oh my God, I love her and I love seeing her live. She gets so excited. Her nipples get so hard. And I think it was the guy in front of us turned right around and gave us the worst look. Like, oh my God, how could you? It's like, well, just look.
Right. Yes.
Oh, that's why we lead right into Stephanie is the best woman that I know.
That's right, because we got to bond over the hot girls, and you would say the things I was thinking.
Yes, yes.
Because you have no filter sometimes.
Yes, that is very true.
Yes.
Oh, that's another reason why I like you, is because you have no judgment.
No.
And I don't feel that coming from you.
I just accept people for who they are.
Yep.
I don't care.
Whoop, I'll just forget that she said that and maybe file it away for some kind of funny something later.
Yeah, I'll make a joke out of it in 3 years. It's all good. Yeah, so I think we should wrap up the episode here by reading a poem that we wrote together. We were going to open up a coffee house with a printing press in it, and
we should do that.
We should still do that.
Totally do that.
We had the whole idea.
We should totally come down to Muskoka.
Yeah.
And where they give money away to everyone because it's near Toronto.
Yeah.
We should totally do this.
Totally.
20
odd years
Seriously.
later. Like, really, dude. But
Yes.
that was the idea.
Yes.
We were going to do that.
Oh my God, that was a good idea. I forgot.
Like that coffee house that they had in North Bay owned by DeLip. Remember that guy? He had that little coffee house? in Brazil? Is that what it was
yes.
called? Something like that.
Yeah.
Only successful.
We'll have it successful. Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, we were going to write a bunch of stuff together, books, novels, articles, poetry, and we wrote one. Mm-hmm. And we each wrote a line.
This was great. That was a good use of an English class, I believe.
I think, we wrote it in English class while we were ignoring the teachers.
Yes, because we couldn't ignore Wayne. So philosophy we had to listen to.
Yes.
Yep.
So anyway, we called it What We Both Need, and so we'll just read it.
Okay.
Line by line. I guess I...
And you will read your lines.
Yes.
And I will read what I read. And this was a blind exercise. So what did you do?
I wrote
please don't put up barriers. That's the first line.
Yeah.
And then said, you do the next line.
And then we just went back and forth.
Back and forth.
Okay, so what we both need, please don't put up barriers.
That might just prevent me from getting...
to know your true inner soul.
And the other things I need.
But your barriers are made of glass.
I can see how badly you want it, but...
I'm not ready to let you into me.
In the way that you want. I need to break...
free from the past and let go.
Of my chains. Shake them from my wrists.
And we shall be forever united.
But stop. Is this... Am I ready for this?
No, I'm not ready. But I want to be.
So I force myself into you, behind your glass wall.
And I shake those walls from their panes.
I free you and take what I desire.
Because what we both desire is the same.
The way I want it is the only way I know how. By
candlelight, I realize I want it so bad I can taste it.
So I sit and smile looking at you, and I imagine I can...
see us together in an eternal embrace.
Of hard passion, frenzied motion, and a forceful release of feelings.
We both need it, and we both want it.
And we both know it.
See? That was... wasn't that great?
Yes!
March 7th, 1996.
That's awesome! Oh, we were awesome!
We were awesome.
We still are.
March 7th. That was 3 days after I realized I was in love with you. Oh,
yeah.
Boy. Wow. It all comes together.
Everything is connected.
Everything is connected.
Yeah. It's a time travel reference to a future podcast that you might want to plug.
You mean another episode of Soulforge?
Or mine. Called Everything is Connected.
Is that what you're going to call your podcast?
Yes, I am.
Everything is Connected?
Everything is connected, Sean.
Everything is connected. This is quite true. All right. So that's the end of episode 90 of Soulforge Podcast. I think it was a pretty fun one.
I have really enjoyed it. Thank you.
You were most welcome. I think we will continue to have some drinks and record some more episodes.
Sounds great.
To be released at a future date.
Yes.
And until next time, remember, you are not an imposter. You are for real. It's not luck, timing, or a lie. You deserve it.
Yes, you do.
This has been another episode of the Soulforge Podcast. Find us on Twitter at SoulforgePod or email the show via soulforgepodcast@gmail.com. Soulforge is a production of Shawn Vanderloo and Friends. You can find Shawn on Twitter and Instagram at Darth Vaderloo. Remember to visit soulforgepodcast.com for all of our social media links and share the show with everyone you know. Thanks for stopping by the Forge. We'll keep the fires lit until your next visit.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network. Be part of the crew and help support our shows by donating to our ESO Patreon or by shopping through Amazon.com or the TeePublic Store, which can all be found at www.esonetwork.com. The ESO Network, your station for all things geek.